Yeah, so occasionally people will DM you wanting to be friends. It's happened to people I know. They're like, "Hey, let's go out for a drink. Let's grab coffee." Someone on the internet has decided your social media is interesting enough. They want to get to know you, and it's a very brave thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's also creeps me out a little. I'm an adult man. I
Unless
don't.
it's a
It's
man,
not
then you're
happened.
not allowed to do this.
Men aren't allowed to do this.
Not to women. Don't do
Oh
that.
no, not
Don't
to
do that shit.
women.
I'm gonna delete
But
it
What about
immediately.
to
the
gay men?
examples the examples
No, gay
I'm
men are
thinking
allowed.
of is like
Girls, gays, and theys only.
men doing it to
I'm
other
all of
men.
those. Perfect.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Alyssa
So
is allowed.
I did do this to a person. Yes,
did you DM someone asking to be friends?
I did. I did this to Eric Moran.
Oh, okay. Did it work out?
Yeah, we went and got coffee outside of Perennial Cycle.
Yeah, Alyssa, I felt like you were very solicitous of my friendship at the beginning. I don't know how that's. I don't know if our friendship is worn very well, but I felt like you made a real effort to get to know me, and I appreciated that.
And the way you're phrasing this doesn't sound like a compliment.
No,
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not sure he's great at it, but I think
You
it is.
invested a
because
lot.
I enjoy you and the fact that you went out of your way to be my friend. I think was a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
But apparently you've been doing it to Eric Moran too, so I'm not that special.
I mean, pandemic time, to Peggy Sue's point about upset, was like, I did a lot of reevaluation of my friendship relationships and was like, I have not always been the best friend to people. And also, I have not always invested my friendship energy in people who I like really respect and like and whose values align with mine. And if I'm going to like do that in a context in which it feels kind of like society is falling apart, I want to do that with people who I, again, like and respect and whose values align with mine. So that applies to everyone here. Hi, Freds.
I think social media is actually a good tool for this. I know I know I've derided the idea of DMing someone to be their friend, but Twitter has been invaluable for creating a social circle for me, building community. Like if it stops at like sending tweets to each other about politics and just like venting, that you're not really friends. But I think it opens the door to meeting a lot of people. Like what I said about getting involved in various causes in the city. Like social media can be a doorway to that. I think it's been very useful and enriching to me personally. As bad as Twitter can be sometimes.
Has anyone else done the thing where you DM a person and be like, I want to be friends? Or is it just me?
I've been on the receiving side of that.
You're very vivacious and people desire you, Ryan. People want to be near you.
Well, thank you. I'm flattered.
It's very good accepting the compliment. That's a difficult skill.
I will say that I think, just bringing this all full circle, Wedge Live, Urbanist Twitter, like, I have made good friends from, I don't know that necessarily DMing someone and being like, let's hang out and be friends, but just like happening more naturally. Like I think of like Adam and his wife Lauren, they literally came to my wedding, right? Like, and I had met Adam on Twitter and had, I think at one point he had thought about going to school for planning and we had chatted about that. And then at the Wedge Live party, we took the bus home together and then decided like the four of us would go to a movie and now we're going to go, like Lauren plays roller derby. So we're going to go do that together. And like, I think that happened very organically from, having those connections over, Twitter or from these situations. I think I talked about this already, but there's someone who works for the city of St. Louis Park who like messaged me at a work thing and was like, hello, I have heard you on the Wedge Live podcast. Like, do you want to connect? And now we're going to talk about like what our cities are doing around sustainability. And like Alyssa spoke at an APA, event for me because I harassed her into doing it.
It was not harassment. That was a very gentle invitation, and I said yes. And there's nothing about that resembles the word harassment.
and I was so grateful. And I think like I've had those like more natural things where like just like building this like network of like very value aligned people who like, because they're value aligned, from Urbanist Twitter or from this like the Wedge live like podcast where like, or from like the Slack group or whatever, it fits really naturally into my life because the things that they're doing also really align with the things that I want or am doing. So I think that's been the beautiful spot. It's not necessarily just about like DMing any like, you know, random person you find or follow on Facebook or Instagram, but I think that Twitter has been such a powerful vehicle for that, just because I know that, you know, sort of like you said, Jen, at the beginning of this, of like cutting to the chase. I know all these people like share a lot of my similar values and care about the same things and like are going to slot into my existing life really well.
Yeah, I've made so many friends in the way that you've described. Going to an event with a theme around shared interests, and you take the bus home or you bike home or, you know, you walk somewhere with somebody. Don't ever turn down an invitation to an event, because you could have made multiple friends, especially if you're new to the city and you feel like your social life has been lacking. Accept those invitations. Go seek out events that are happening and go to them, and you will find people.
I also find that going to an event like that and then DMing somebody like, oh, I saw you at this event, or, you know, we only had a chance to chat briefly, you know, but would love to follow up. Like that would be my approach. I'm not the like.
There were no events the first year of the
I
pandemic, and I still wanted to make friends.
Circumstances, but just saying, that's my style.
Yes, I appreciate it.